is Brandon from BrandonRFoster.com, here to encourage you, inspire, and motivate you to live your most joy-filled and abundant life. And today, if we can believe it or not, it is already day 8 of the 12 days of mindset shifts for the holiday season. And today I'm talking about something that, I help so many people overcome all the time. And it is something that I am constantly having to overcome and move through myself. And it never goes away. And that is fear. And so that is the mindset shift today, is that fear never goes away. And the only way to conquer your fear is to actually face it. Look at it, boo. Look at what you are afraid of. Because here's the thing. Fear and faith are the exact same thing. The difference between fear and faith is fear is focused on a negative what if possible outcome that hasn't happened yet. Faith is focused on a positive what if possible outcome that hasn't happened yet either. So they're both focused on what if outcomes, neither of which has happened, but faith is the positive version of that. Fear is the negative version of that. And we all know that faith is such a bigger, more powerful, loving energy and thought, and God loves to respond to those of us who step out in faith and reward us for our faith. The universe loves faith. And so I want to encourage all of you guys that when you are afraid of anything, I want you to ask yourself, why am I afraid? And I guarantee you that 99.9% of the time, your fear is either rooted in some kind of belief, a thought you choose to think over and over again, that either somebody else taught you would happen, or maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a friend, maybe a society told you it was going to happen, or it's fear about experiencing the same similar type of negative emotion because of a past traumatic experience you've had before. I've helped a lot of entrepreneurs become comfortable with their marketing and being on video and all sorts of other kinds of things like that. And it's amazing how many of them are afraid to be seen on camera and to be out there on YouTube and for people to know who they are, and how much of that fear of being seen is linked to what other people have told them in their past when they were out there, whether it was public speaking, whether it was being like the new kid in school, they having just moved. But this fear of being seen is always related to some kind of past emotional trauma where they felt really bad. And so if you realize that fear is either based on feeling those same negative emotions you haven't fully healed from a past negative experience, or from a perceived experience based on what other people tell you, you can actually examine it, you can feel it to heal it, and you can step out in faith, but you can't run away from fear. The only way that you can conquer your fear is actually do what you're afraid of, look at why you're afraid of doing it, and choose to think differently about that situation so that you can take that action that you know you need to take. Because the reality of it is, if you're not taking new steps outside of your comfort zone every single day, you are never going to create a different life for yourself. And if you want to experience more love, more joy, and more abundance than you ever have before, you're going to have to start to think differently. You're going to have to think to do differently. And you're going to have to start taking out some actionable steps that make you feel uncomfortable and that might be a little bit scary.